I'm Mr. Greg Davis, and with me tonight is Stephanie J. Pride. And we're doing it again. Word Network is not just staying in the four walls of the church.
Yeah.
Not just church, it's about kingdom.
Yeah.
And so we are at On.
And off the runway.
That was good. We're on and off the runway, and you're going to find out more about that. But you know what we're doing tonight? We are at a boutique. And the word boutique comes from a French word, which means shop. And tonight, we're at the boutique where they sell luxury items. That's what it was known for back in the day. Luxury items, jewelry, clothing. And tonight, we're going to find out about on and off the runway. And then we have a panel of guests.
Yes.
You know what we're going to be talking about tonight?
We're going to be talking about church clothes.
Yeah, why you dressed like that?
We're talking about the new rules to what you can wear to church.
Why you dressed like that at church? Who says you got to dress like that?
These new age pastors.
We're going to talk about the Word Network.
Yeah.
We're on and off the runway tonight, right here in Southfield, Michigan. Stay tuned. We got some great guests. I'm Mr. Greg Davis, and welcome to Boutique Talk. We have been to the barbershop, we have been to the beauty shop, and tonight we're at the boutique. Welcome, Steph. You're my co-host again.
Yeah, we on the run.
We're on the
Literally. We're at a boutique called On and Off the Runway.
and tonight is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
We have pastors, we have shop owners, and there's a new trend now.
Yeah.
We're not just going to, you know, I discovered the other day,
What's that?
I don't like going to the mall anymore.
Really?
After all these years.
I stay away from the mall, but I like going into the store because I need to try stuff on.
Yeah.
It's a girl
I
thing,
just
I
sent it
guess.
back. But we have some people here that
Yeah.
have online businesses. Some have had great experience online, and now they have their own stores.
That's
But
right.
tonight,
Yeah.
we're on and off the runway.
runway.
This is an amazing place.
It's a great concept because it's a showroom. So it's not an actual store, it's a showroom.
Right.
So we'll talk to the owner and figure out when in the world is a showroom.
Speaking of owner, I want to thank God for Mr. Kevin Adele for allowing us to do these type of shows. You know, it's not just about us being in the four walls of the church.
Right.
We have to do kingdom.
Right.
Wherever we go, we occupy and
We
we do
gotta
kingdom.
live. I mean,
Yes.
how do we live this life as Christians? How?
Right, and this is
Right?
the more abundant life, and we want
Yeah.
to show success from, of course, these that are here tonight. And tonight we want to, first of all, introduce the owner
Yes.
of this. This is like we in California.
Fabulous.
We're in Miami.
Yes.
What? We're in
Yes.
Miami tonight. On and off the runway boutique. Joyce Sheffield.
Yes.
What is this?
What is this?
What? This is
This is
fabulous.
so awesome.
Yeah, God, what is this? Because I just had a vision. I was really just looking for another office space that was just a little bit bigger than what I had. And I was like, well, what am I going to do with all this space? And so, voila.
So you
Amazing.
what we
call it
came
a
up with.
showroom.
It's a showroom because I have an online boutique and it's doing very well. But we have some people that are wanting to come in the city, want to pick up, or you know, some of the other known people in the city who just want to come in and have that, you know, boutique-like feel and not just shop online because they want to try it on. You know, they want a more personable experience.
Well, it's amazing. Congratulations.
Beautiful.
And we're going to
Thank
talk more
you.
about your business because you have an online store.
Yes, I have an
And
online store.
does pretty well.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
I want each and everybody to go around and just introduce yourself, tell exactly about your shop, your church, or whatever you want to say. Starting with.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Rose Peak. Social media knows me as Tiffany Rose. I'm the owner of Tiffany Rose Collections, and I belong to Second Ebenezer Church. Bishop Van is my bishop, and been in business for 4.5 years now.
We're glad to have you.
Yeah.
Glad to have you.
Wow.
Hello, my name is Bishop Don Shelby.
The bishop.
I am the pastor of The Burning Bush,
Yeah.
International Ministries Church of God in Christ. Also serve as the prelate of Michigan Southwest 5th jurisdiction. Amen to all of my brothers and sisters, God bless. And I am here today because I'm accompanying this beautiful lady right here to my right who will introduce herself.
I am Lady Benita Shelby, and I am the bishop's wife, and my church is Burning Bush International Ministries as well, and delighted to be here. I am the owner of Benita Couture, which is basically a crochet line right now, but we're expanding to different fabrics. Been in existence since 2014 and doing well. Have quite a history behind the business, but God's really blessing.
Glad to have you.
Great.
Glad to be here.
My name is Scarlett Monroe, and I'm a fashion designer. I make a lot of one-of-a-kind pieces, and my collection is called Red Funk, and I have a storefront in Belleville, Michigan. And I also attend New Life Church, Pastor Weldon Smith.
And you design and sew all of your stuff.
I design and sew everything.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Awesome.
The other man on the panel.
Well, my name is Kenneth Daniels, and I am the owner of KWD Style, and I am too a designer. I don't make mine though, but I design it. I'm actually wearing one of my pieces tonight, but I've been in business.
Shameless plug.
I've been in business now a little over 15 years. So, and I attend Triumph. Pastor Ken Locke is my pastor. And I have a storefront and online.
All right.
Awesome.
Hello everyone, my name is Nikisha Sims. I am the owner, designer, stylist of Keyside Collection. We have been in business 2 years now, and God has really favored us. I am the proud daughter of Bishop Michael and Pearl Hill of Kingdom International Church of God in Christ, the only African American church in Dearborn, Michigan. And he is the prelate of Great Lakes First Jurisdiction. I'm happy to be here with you guys.
Awesome.
Coach, you get in the house. So let's get it started. The title of this show is, why do you dress like that going to church? Like, why do you wear that? I grew up in a traditional home. My grandfather, I remember my cousin getting to whip me because he had on shorts. So here I come,
Right.
you know, the radical. For me, we had to wear suits and ties. Some years ago, I went through a transition in my life. I lost weight. You know, I was almost 300 pounds. I lost weight right on the Word Network. Y'all saw me lose. And so I felt better about myself. I could now wear those pants like Bishop Shelby that he's been wearing for years. And so, and then something else happened to me. I became comfortable with me.
Yeah.
And so on Sundays I wear blue jeans and t-shirts and sweaters. If I want to wear a suit, I do. It's what I feel like. And so that's where I'm at in my life. I want to ask, start with Bishop. Do you think that a lot of our fashion is not really biblical, it's more of our stuff? In other words, this is what we like, this is what we've adapted, it's more of our culture.
Yeah, I do believe that much of it is our culture. But I also believe as Christians that we have to stay in that word as well. As it relates to how we wear our clothes, and also as it relates to how we present ourselves to the world. Remember, we are the light of the world. And because of that, we must allow that light to shine before men so that they can see our good works and glorify our Father which is in heaven. So I guess answering it in short, Bishop, you know, some of it is us, some of it is the culture, but at the end of the day, it has to line up with that word.
What we can open it up. What would anybody say would not be acceptable, or is there a limit?
Now, when we talk about acceptable for church or just acceptable
church.
period for church.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that anything that's going to be distracting should not be worn into houses of worship. I get it. You know, we want the doors of the church to be open to anybody.
That's
and it
right.
should be. We shouldn't discriminate. They want to come to church. But if it becomes so distracting that people are staring at you and it's sheer see-through and just kind of too revealing, I think that they should, you know, just be mindful of that.
I believe before you can skin a fish, you have to catch them, though. I remember one time a young lady came in from the streets, first time coming to church, and immediately the missionary police squad came with the things.
And the sheets, Bishop.
Absolutely.
And the sheets. That's right.
But let me tell you what I saw her do. I saw her leave
Yeah.
because she didn't understand. So when I mean, can we accept it until we teach them?
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Yes.
Tiffany?
Definitely.
I've had a lot of women, my demographic of women that buy from me are anywhere between like 35 to 55 years old. Professional, corporate America, church women. And just seeing different women that never dress like what I sell, a lot of women have changed how they dress when they see myself, when they see Joyce, other boutiques. They definitely, they're like, okay, well, you don't have to wear anything up to your, to look
Too
presentable,
short, yeah.
or even sexy, even. So, yeah, definitely.
Scarlett, I know you have the church crowd. You have first ladies now, and you also have those that don't go to church. How do you bring that? Because you design your stuff. How do you bring that together? Do you have to do some for the church folk and some for?
Yeah, I do a little bit of both, but I still don't take it too far out of context. So, my thing is like dresses and tops for the most part. And they kind of go hand in hand on each side. So if I put a bow on this, I'll make the same top and put a peekaboo right here for the person who doesn't want to show.
Okay.
Reveal.
Kelly, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I too do both. I'm known for my suits, knit suits, so I dress the first ladies. I give them that, that traditional knit, first lady look. But I too now have the younger clientele that like the bling, but it's not so into the suit look, but it's still presentable for church. So I give them a one-piece dress, a little shorter, but it's still conservative for church.
Go ahead, because I'm going a whole different way.
Yeah, because I'm raising a millennial. I'm raising a teenage girl, and my rule in my house is that if you can wear it to school, if you can wear it around the house, then you should be able to wear it to church. So that gives her something to measure her outfit, so she knows that it shouldn't even be, too short. Like if it's sitting down, if she sits down, is it too revealing? So that's our rule. So that gives her leeway to wear jeans, ripped jeans. And
I still go back, y'all, to its culture.
Yeah.
Because you can go to our brothers and sisters, blue-eyed brothers and sisters, and we have one that's going to perform tonight. and he is one of our blue-eyed.
Yes.
He's a soul. Y'all gonna hear him sing in a minute. Matthew Beebe is here tonight. But you go to Northridge.
That's right.
I went there. I wasn't pastoring. I said I just want to go see. And they walked in with their Starbucks, put it in the thing, and the pastor got on jeans, t-shirt, and they just sit. Guess what I found out? They didn't need no ushers to sit them down. They just sat down.
Sit down wherever they want.
There was no ushers or nothing. They just sat. So again, it's culture, y'all.
It's culture.
It is culture.
I mean, you dress the Clarks and other. Don't you think it's culture? This is all. This is us, y'all.
Absolutely, but is there anything wrong with that? I think
I don't know.
With our culture, it goes back to our grandmothers saying, "Put on your Sunday's best." And
But culture don't mean it's right.
absolutely,
Right, absolutely.
So for us to say that somebody is wrong because they come dressed a certain way in our church, if they're not blinging, why does the first lady have to wear knits? I'm not trying to knock your business. Keep on wearing it. But I'm just,
No, they're beautiful.
Right, but they're beautiful. No, this is about just, because we're not going to solve nothing. We're just getting people to think, but why do they?
Well, I mean, it's a certain kind of prestige, if you will. With the first ladies, the traditional church. If they have on a knit suit, it's just a thing. You're first lady, and I've been dressing you for many years, and now that your style has changed, but you started with the knits and. Having that look, and now she's more trendy, but she's still, she carries that first lady well. But I think that's just the churchdom.
But can we all establish, by raising the hand, that it's our stuff? It's our culture.
Oh, yeah.
It's
our
culture.
Some of it's not.
It is our culture, but I do stand on the point that even though it's the culture, I mean, because you're right.
We do it for the culture.
Right. Your Church of God in Christ has a culture.
Yeah.
The Baptist has a culture.
Full gospel.
Full gospel has a culture. AME has a culture. And our white brothers and sisters, they have a culture as well. But at the end of the day, just because it's the culture does not make it right. We're not
Either way, though, it don't make it right. It don't make it right that we wear it.
But my point is that the culture is not supposed to impact the church. The church is supposed to impact the culture.
No,
because we're
Bishop,
the salt of the earth. Now we can wear certain things, but when we wear them, then it still must be within modesty and in good taste within that culture.
You're talking about two different things. Though.
Okay.
You're talking about modesty, and you're talking about culture. That's two different
And
things.
we get modesty from the Bible, so that's where you get modesty from, right?
Right,
That's
absolutely.
scripture,
Yeah, but
right?
I'm saying that's okay. I could still be cultural and still be modest. Now I'm a little bit out there today, but
But Bishop, I
that's
wear
your
blue
choice.
jeans.
But it's okay.
Bishop,
It's okay.
I wear blue jeans. I wear blue jeans, and most of my jeans are straight leg. Now that's the culture.
would you wear it to church?
Yes, I wear it to
Okay.
church.
On
I wear-
Sunday morning.
On Sunday morning.
But you do know that some of
Wow.
your brothers that are watching probably think.
And I understand, amen, that some
But
of
you
them
probably
don't
get it like me.
but that's Don Shelby. That's Don Shelby. But in doing so, I'm not going to go over the edge just because I'm doing something that's a part of the culture. So my straight leg jeans, they're going to be straight, but they're not going to be so tight that I can't bend over.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, my fashion is going to be fashionable, but it's not going to be so that when you look at me that you're going to mistake what I represent and who I am. You're going to know that I'm a sanctified, Holy Ghost filled preacher. No matter what I have on, no matter what I do.
So who makes those rules, though? I mean, where can I find it? Can I Google that?
My dress sitting at Starbucks, and y'all know that's my place. Y'all send us some money to wear that with the Starbucks. I sit there and literally, I have young men come. What do you do? I want to know more about you. And when I tell them first, I do TV. They all think I do music. Okay? You're a music producer, ain't you? No, I ain't. I say I do TV. And then I tell them I'm preaching. And then I give them a little card to come to church.
Yes.
It's a witness.
Yes, sir.
This is a witness.
Yes, sir, it is.
My dress has become a witness.
And I believe that everything, no matter what facet of life, should be done in decency and in order.
That's right.
Everything has an order.
That's
At
right.
the stoplight, the red light,
That's
at
good.
the airport.
That's right.
There's order to everything, and I believe there should be guidelines to dressing. So if I can wear this here, I believe I should be able to wear this to church.
Right.
So, but there's some things that I wear on date night with my husband.
Come
I'm
on.
not going to Sunday school. Gonna
Right.
go to Sunday
Right.
school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I believe there's guidelines, and I believe that style is personal reflection.
Have any of you ever had first ladies come in and you try to get them to be a little edgy, and you kind of change their? Yeah.
I had a first lady. It's a dress that I'm still stuck with the pieces because this first lady wanted something to wear to church. It was something, I think her husband's pastoral anniversary, and it was off the shoulder. And I said, you're going to wear that? But try not to question her. And she wore it, sent me pictures, and said that her congregation knows that she's going to do what she wants to do and wear what she wants to wear. And she's still going to heaven, even with that dress on. So I guess it's just different folks for,
Different strokes.
Different strokes for different folks,
I want to
Bishop, may I
say
play
too.
devil's advocate and say that you mentioned
You
kingdom?
gonna get rebuked?
You mentioned kingdom in the beginning, and I often pattern my fashions and actually my everyday lifestyle with the royals. They know who they are. Any given place where they go, they're going to always be the royals. Why should we be any different? No matter what we wear, we should represent kingdom, and what we should put out is how we are dressing.
That's a good example. That's stay right there, because there are things that I did on my radio show about the royals, and when Megan became once she said I do,
She had to change.
there's some things that she
Her
couldn't
dress.
even, she
That's
can't
right.
get, that don't, but is that, I think that younger generation is gonna change that once the queen is gone. You're gonna see, I do.
It's a standard to
I
be
do.
royal.
They,
and it's
you know,
just
they
not
did some
gonna-
things even at that wedding that they've never done before.
True.
That the queen allowed.
And they were cultural
You never
as
seen
well.
no gospel choir up in no.
Absolutely.
No, but I think it's taking them a little longer because, of course, that's a, you know, the queen is still living.
Absolutely.
But that's a good example.
That is a good example. I think that the problem becomes when we create too many rules for people to come in, then that's a problem. And the main focus of church should be getting to Jesus, not am I gonna spend an hour worrying about when the word I'm gonna wear. That's why our blue-eyed brothers and sisters, they win to me, because it's like, hey, this is what I'm gonna wear grocery shopping, I'm gonna go to worship, and I'm gonna drop the kids off, and hey, I can get it all done. Instead of me at home trying to iron my black and white and figure out.
Let me give you this, and then we're
About
gonna
to
go, right, we're gonna go to, we're gonna have a fashion moment, and Joyce, of course, we're in on and off the runway, and of course, we're gonna have some fashion. This is a gorgeous place. We got
Yes.
Let me give you this example, and I end with this segment. Young man who grew up in my grandfather's church. He's a member of my church now. He said to me, he said, Bishop, you know, I thank you for the relaxed dress attire. He said, because if I had to put on a suit this morning,
I wouldn't have made it.
I wouldn't have made it. That's my test. That's the
Yeah.
test. And
I
so
agree.
we don't say that you have to dress. We say whatever you feel like when you get up in the morning. Don't let it be a hindrance. We're gonna have a fashion. Who's gonna commentate and what we got?
Oh, we have Kimberly Dobine with Posh and Popular, and my friend and brother Rodney Howell, who has launched his online boutique, the Rodney Howell Collection.
And we're gonna
They're
see some
fabulous.
fashion.
Yeah.
All right. Rodney,
Oh, we're gonna let Kim go first. Since the ladies in the house.
Kim.
Hi. Would you like me to introduce myself?
Yeah.
All right, my name is Kimberly Dobine. I'm the founder and creator of the Posh and Popular blog and also the Posh and Popular Fashion and Beauty Summit that takes place in Detroit every year, where we help women in Metro Detroit launch fashion and beauty businesses just like Joyce's. So today we're going to bring in a model, Miss Fatu. She's going to be wearing items from on and off the runway today. And I love this skirt. I love the detail. It's very appropriate for any occasion. You got the army fatigue with a little bit of graffiti on it with the white tulle. And I love the contrast of the black leather top to go with it. Definitely something I would rock either to church or on a date night with my husband.
Love it.
Awesome. I'm Rodney Howell from the Rodney Howell Collection. And I always share with Joyce, when I go to church, you know, I want to be convicted by the Holy Spirit and not judged by the people. You know, fashion is fashion. You know, anybody can go to the store and buy fashion. But style is something that one possesses. And everybody doesn't possess style. That's how come Joyce and I are here, as well as you, for the people that don't know style, that want style. You know, that's what we do. I dress my Pastor Bishop Ellis, and I'm sure you guys can see the transitional change from him from years ago to now. And European fashion is the style. And a lot of times our church sisters and brothers haven't been outside of the church. They've been in the box. So they haven't seen style from abroad.
That's a good point.
I have Joshua, and Josh is wearing slim fit jeans with some boots, and they're millennials, you guys, you know, and that's who we need in the church now. That's who's gonna carry the church, the millennials. And he has a tie-dye jacket on. I chose a turtleneck. A lot of young brothers, they're not hip to turtlenecks, Bishop. But that's the style. And Josh, if you can come back and you can show them the back of the jacket, it has a zip on the back. So, you know, men look good in suits always, and we want to teach our young brothers to wear suits. You feel like $1 million when you're in a suit. But when they come to church, we need to accept them for who they are and the fashion and the style that they have.
That's so fly. So, Rodney, would you consider this to be church clothes?
I would consider that to be fashion. I don't know what church clothes would be like. You know, it's and I was sharing Bishop, a lot of people, my style, as you see, is a little different. You know, and a lot of people would tend to say, oh, that style is gay. You know, so I don't know of any department store that has a gay section that you can go and purchase clothes in. It's
But
just men's fashion.
I have the same thing. I don't know Bishop because we wear the skinny jeans, and I've heard people, you know, say
Exactly. And it's usually our brothers and sisters from here because they haven't been abroad to Europe.
In Europe,
They
right.
dress
That's
totally
tailored.
different. Everything in Europe is tailored to the body. And then there aren't, and nothing against anyone, there's not a lot of full-figure people if you've been to Europe. So their fashion's a little different from ours. And we need to learn how to embrace other people's differences because all of us today have on different fashion, different style. We love it. So we embrace it. But as I said, when you have the Holy Spirit, that's going to convict you anyway to make sure that you're appropriately dressed.
So the Holy Spirit
when
can
you
go
come
with
in.
you in the dressing room and say, you can't wear that.
Oh, all day long. All day long. That's what you know. But like I
We know
said.
what's appropriate and what's not
Well,
appropriate.
he ain't told me that yet.
And
You keep wearing it.
I don't feel nothing.
Not your Holy Ghost.
No, I'll be honest with you. I wore this to church one, and I thought my folks, they'd be like, we ain't paying you no attention. We know you not. So again, I created a culture.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm talking about these are the people that I grew up with.
Right.
All right, we got the last one.
All right, so Miss Fatu is back, and I love her look because, like Rodney said, it's not about church fashion, it's about fashion. And I love the sequin skirt. This is a skirt that you can dress up or down. So you can wear this to a night out, a cocktail hour. You can wear this to a church function of any kind. And you can pair it with different tops. Come back, Fatu, you're moving so fast. And then you see how she has it paired with just a graphic tee, which is really fun and youthful. But you can pair this top with a blouse like what I have on and, you know, tuck it in, cinch the waist with a nice high belt, just something to kind of play around with. And you want to have pieces in your wardrobe that you can use that are transitional. So you can wear them to work, to church. Like you said, our blue-eyed brothers and sisters, they wear their clothes for wherever they're going. And that should be how you function when you shop. So when you go to church, you're not feeling convicted because your wardrobe is a staple for who you are as a Christian, as an individual. So I love this skirt. Pair it with the booty here. We see this is the new trend for the winter time. A nice boot, you know, texture.
Booty meaning the boot.
Yes. But you want texture. Texture is a lot of fun. You see, you know, in On and Off the Runway, there's a lot of textured pieces, a lot of sequins, a lot of prints. So you want to have fun with your wardrobe. Being a Christian doesn't mean being boring.
Yeah.
You can still, nobody in this room is boring. I don't see one boring outfit. So it's really just about knowing your personal and individual style and just owning it and being appropriate at the same time. Thank you, Tutu.
All right.
Yeah, beautiful. We've seen a lot more of this we've seen a lot more of these different textures. I like what you said, texture. You
Yes,
see
like you
fur
said,
in the
got feathers
daytime.
on, like
Sequins
feathers,
in
Rodney
the
has
daytime.
on suede.
Yeah.
These are transitional pieces.
And you know what? God said to come holy. So
All right.
this outfit got a little holy.
There you go, Mr. Shelby.
But
Come
you
on.
know, it's what the young people are wearing. And I know in Greater Grace Temple, we cannot wear the jeans like this.
Okay.
You know, Bishop would have a fit.
Okay.
But the thing is that I think it's appropriate. The thing is that we want to draw the millennials and the young people in to church, you know. And then once they're in, then we're going to teach them. We're going to show them what's appropriate to wear to church. So I
In
think
some
that
churches,
this is
that's
nice.
appropriate. That's
Yeah,
the dress
come on
code.
over to Celebration Church of Detroit.
That's the dress code.
That's my dress
Ripped up
code.
jeans.
Bishop, is that the dress code for the person that's up preaching to?
Oh, yeah, I
That's a
will.
good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know some
You want me to be a holy, you said, Bishop.
no, but some outfits
That's right.
are okay if
For
you're
the
sitting in
pew.
the pew,
Yeah.
but it's not okay if you're standing up before the people.
Why not?
I'm not saying that's not, but I'm just talking about in general, because at the end of the day as well, we have to also remember that whatever you wear, it has to match your position,
Right.
and it also has to match your body type.
Oh, no, you're right.
I was skinny jeans, but I'm gonna be honest. If I was maybe 100 plus pounds heavier, my whole style would be different.
Yeah.
You know,
I couldn't wear this when I was
there you go.
Greg.
There you go. You couldn't do it.
No, but I see some brothers trying.
Well,
no, there's a size limit.
Yeah,
no, there's a size limit, but that's when it becomes, even though it's modest, it's still inappropriate.
Yeah.
Because you know your clothing, your fashion should accentuate you. All right, it shouldn't bring attention to any one part of your body. Right. You know, that's when it's kind of out of line.
When we come back, because Matthew Beebe is about to sing, when we come back, I want to talk about that because that's exactly where I was going. Because even with women, I see women that should be wearing flowing dresses and they wearing other dresses.
Oh, God.
There's time that you're supposed to flow.
Come on.
And there's time it's supposed to stick to you.
Yeah.
It up.
A stocking still. We need to know all this. That's why we got y'all. So
sometimes you see the mothers wearing stuff that the sisters are wearing, and sometimes you see the sisters looking like the mothers.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I want to talk about is when people say to me, "You're trying to dress like a millennial." What is trying to dress like a millennial? This is what. Why I gotta be trying to dress like a millennial? Because this is the style I like. When they made the clothes,
what you got on, they can't afford what you got.
I'm just saying, when you talk about it, don't do that to me. I know your price tag too. Millennials, though, I'm not dressing like. I'm dressing like when they made this. They didn't say this is for millennials.
That's right.
So we need to talk about it. Matthew Beebe is here. He is our blue-eyed soul brother, and he's gonna come and sing for us. That's right. We're doing it all tonight. Yeah. We are on and off the runway, Southfield, Michigan. It's on the screen, y'all. We'll tell you more about it. Matthew Beebe, sing for us.
I know my Savior lives. I know my Savior lives. Now I'm standing on the power of an empty grave. I am alive in you. You are alive in me. I'm free. My hope, my dreams, my everything is found in you. All sins are forgiven. Oh, how I love to sing of your majesty and all you've done for me. How great is your love. I know my Savior lives. I know my Savior lives. Now I'm standing on the power of an empty grave. I am alive in you. You are alive in me. I'm free. My trust, my faith, my heart's desire is for you. The love you gave, there's nothing to replace your glory. And how you've set me free. How great is your love. I know my Savior lives. I know my Savior lives. Now I'm standing on the power of an empty grave. I am alive in you. You are alive in me. I'm free. Yeah. I am free. Yeah. Oh, I am alive. I am alive. Oh, I am alive. Yeah. Oh. my Savior lives. I know my Savior lives. Now I'm standing on the power of an empty grave. I am alive in you. You are alive in me. I'm free. I am free. Yeah.
Woo!
Matthew BB.
Yes.
What?
With just a guitar.
Yes.
What? What kind of music is that called?
Well, they call it CCM.
All right, I just say I know, but you know I'm asking for.
Yeah. But I don't even
Contemporary.
like to categorize it. Like, it's all worship, right?
That's right.
And what I like about his presentation is that it just takes all of the rules away. Sometimes we make all of these rules. I love this song called I'm Coming Back to the Heart of Worship, because
Yes.
I'm sorry, Lord, for the things, you're going to like this, the things that I made it. And sometimes we put all these rules attached to worship, which is simple, something between you and God. So he's just standing there with his guitar singing. I mean, that is beautiful.
Give him another hand.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. He'll be back at the end. You're watching the Word Network. Of course, we are on location. We're in Southfield, Michigan, right down the street from the Word Network. Again, we thank Mr. Adele for allowing us to do this on and off the runway, and information to be on the screen. And all the information for all of our guests. We're actually going to do part 2 to this, and we're going to tell you how they got started. We're going to get more in detail about the business part, because so many of you think that you need a lot of money to do it. You need a vision and a plan. And
Yeah.
we're going to talk more about that in the second piece. So we're talking about, how do you say to somebody,
Here we
you
go.
know, that's
Setting
not,
us up.
that don't, you know, that's a pretty dress, but it's just not for you. You know, you just have to, no, I'm serious, because like we were talking about the men.
Right.
You know, I couldn't have worn none of this. I tried, you know, they had the big stuff, but you know, man, let me tell you something. When I lost weight the first time, and I could go in Gucci and buy a suit, I still can wear that suit. I don't throw that suit away, because
Yeah.
it was a rite of passage.
Yeah.
So Scarlett, how do you tell, do you have to have those conversations?
Typically, I don't say anything. I just put them in it. So when they come to the shop and they're picking out things and I don't think it's appropriate, I normally just pick out something else and say, here, try this on. Or I camouflage and do other things to complement what it is that they like, to at least try to appease them. But if I can't, I'll just get something else. Try this on for me. Let me see what this looks like on you.
So that's called
So
having a little.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
gives them
Okay.
another
I'd be like, girl, that
option.
don't look right. Lady Shelby, how do you address that?
Well, you know what? Mine is a little bit different, because right now I do crochet, and Lord knows that sticks to everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, guide and direct. But then you're still gonna have those that say, "I look good at this." What you
Yes.
talking about?
Yes.
So
That's the one
you-
who
yeah,
said,
let's-
that said, I don't care what you say.
right.
Let me ask Keisha, when you, because I've seen people that you dress, so you have different age. The young man came up to me while Matthew was saying, and it was a very good question. How do you, and anybody can chime in, how do you then, we're talking a lot about the young, but how do you still bridge the gap between the young and old dressing, and still making the older feel comfortable with the new style that's coming in?
Well, I'm a stickler for class. Class is timeless. Therefore, it's not for the young, it's not for the old, it's not for the middle age, it's just not for the dead.
So that's how you would make a mother feel
That's
like, mother, this ain't.
yes.
Like I was talking about the millennial, they said this.
Absolutely.
So you would say to mother, no, mother, this is not.
This is not classy, mother. It's not. And it's just class has a meaning of its own.
Yeah.
It is or it is not.
So a mother say to you, this too young for me, baby. And you trying to get her to, so how would you deal with that?
Well, another thing that I love is my mother always says, find your youth. I believe you can find your youth, but you don't have to look youthful. There's a big difference there. You may be varying over into your glory years, but you want to find something that's going to accentuate where you're going, but not leave behind your essence. So that's where you have the balance of finding your youth. Now, 9-inch stilettos on mother, that's not classic. It's not class. So maybe we want to chop that down about 6 inches, mother. Let's go with the 3-inch Louboutins instead of the 9. So there's a way and a tasteful way to do it. And I just say class, definition of its own.
See, I just don't want to lose it. You know, I remember my grandfather wearing a blue suit coat and the brown pants. He just didn't care no more, and the shirt would be green.
Oh, heavens.
And I just don't want to lose it.
But now they're going to call that color blocking.
He might be a style now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He might be a style now. Go ahead, you
He has lessons. So what do you do about telling the whole congregation, like, hey, it's okay for us to dress down, but keep it respectable? Like, what are those fine lines? How do you teach that? Like I'm saying, like, can somebody Google, like, I want to go to church in the morning, what should I wear? Who has these unspoken rules? You know, so how do we draw the fine line so people feel comfortable coming to our houses of worship?
Well, there's a difference in first timers, and there's a difference in guests and people that are not acclimated to your ministry. I know one rule at Kingdom International that we have is that the women may wear slacks and may wear jeans and pants, but you have to have your bottom covered. And that's for purposes of distract. There's somebody's husband sitting there that's a deacon. We don't want Brother Deacon to backslide.
Deacon need to be in the smoke. You
know?
Get that smoke.
You know what you say, Bishop?
Yeah.
Because I think I think we put, you know, the blame on the woman for how her body. I mean, my body type is different from your body type. Your body type is different. So why am I being blamed because someone can't keep their focus? Your focus.
Because I know
right.
myself, I've worn like this particular dress here. I've worn it to church, you know, but I had on maybe something like this.
A cape to cover.
Over it because I know I have an asset that is can be distracting.
But if you were in Starbucks, you would feel comfortable without wearing your cape, right?
Go and be honest.
I think I tried to dress classy all the time. Like, you know, when Joyce and I go out, we're covered from head to toe with hats on, or, you know, just trying to, like you said earlier, just trying to still, when you're outside of the church, you still want to show a presence of the kingdom on you.
Let's deal with that. Bishop Jakes told a story one time, and Kim, he told his wife, he said, baby, we're going out for dinner tonight. He said when he came down the steps, she had on her first lady hat, had on her suit and all that. And so he said, baby, we're going to eat. But that's all she knew. Yeah. So what, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but do we have to be covered up?
No, I don't think.
No, I don't know. No, I don't know. I wasn't saying like I have to, because it is. I'm just saying like what you guys were tapping in on about if your customer looked a certain way or certain things didn't look right on them.
Assets when you not Georgia.
I mean, no, like for me, like I don't mind. I don't know, for myself, I don't mind wearing certain things, but I just know my body type, and a lot of people don't. You know they're.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just saying though.
I just always tell the women if they're shaped like you, because you know you've been blessed. People pay for that.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, I know.
You know, always tell women to. If they don't want to cover it up with a cape or something like that, I'm just saying, you know that you got it going on, so you just got to put on your undergarments.
There you go.
You know what? I always say that I know what I have. I don't have to show it all the time. I had an outfit online, and it caused a little stir because I recently am married 1 year. And I had to learn growing up Kojic, because see, we've evolved. We've come from not wearing pants until I was 23 because somebody somewhere said, oh, I guess that he didn't mean that. You know, now you can wear pants to being married. but having all of that training, and I'm a praise and worship leader, I have to have it this way, I have to have it that way, but knowing the difference between, I'm a married woman now, I'm a married young woman, and I don't want to play Sunday school to my husband. There's, you know, there's, I think that in different places you have to wear different hats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And balance it all.
And it sounds like some of these things are being taught at home, though. And what we're seeing is that we're seeing more and more in our culture, anything goes. You know, people younger, they're getting there, they're raising each other, and they're making up their own rules and things like that. But in the sanctuary, are we saying that it kind of quenches the flow of the Holy Spirit if we dress a certain way? If we too casual, are we saying that we can't expect to feel the presence of God? Are we saying that in our black churches?
Let's even go a step further. Let's go a step further.
I don't think so.
But let's go a step further. People would say, even me, more so about me, but even with me and Bishop Shelby, y'all supposed to be bishops. I hate that. And you're supposed to be a bishop and you dress like that. What is that?
So does that mean that you're not holy?
It doesn't take, but it doesn't take. But I've
prayer
heard
through?
that, Bishop. Have you ever heard it?
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Yeah,
I've heard it before.
But it don't make me. People still come. People do not disrespect me because of what. To me, it's the way you carry yourself, even with what you have on.
Right. That's the key. That's the key. And going back to what you said, I really enjoyed your testimony, because to me, that's what dignity is all about.
Yeah.
You got to have some dignity about yourself. When it comes to certain styles and fashions, and wearing pants, or wearing dresses, we all kind of took a cue from Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5, when the Bible says that a man is not supposed to wear a woman's garment, and a woman is not supposed to wear that which pertaineth unto a man. And so, because of that, we grew up and our ladies didn't wear pants at all. All right, but what happens, when a young lady is working in the plant, she had to wear pants. So what happens if she's in a construction type of field? She has to wear pants. And so, things have evolved, and I think a lot of it is not a matter of sanctification. I think a lot of it is a matter of consecration. Because of your level of consecration determines what you can and cannot do.
Which is different for everybody.
Which is different for everybody. That's when it becomes personal. Because of my consecration, I typically don't wear shorts. Now I wear straight leg jeans. I got on a pair of red slacks because you told me to dress up and come here tonight. Okay, but I don't wear shorts unless I'm going to the gym with some of my brothers or my sons from church. Okay, but just walking the streets wearing shorts, I don't do that. Now, if I saw you wearing shorts, I wouldn't condemn you, okay, because that's my consecration.
And see, that's where I have the issue. That's where I have the issue. You wouldn't, but there are others that would. Now, I don't wear shorts a lot.
Yeah.
Just because I'm just not a short person. When I go to Miami, of course, I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there are others that do, and that's why I wanted to do this program, because there are others that do, and I think that we need to think about that. Just because it's not wrong, it's just your level of consecration. That's a great way of putting it. But we respect each other.
Yeah, we respect each other. That's right. The Bible says man looketh on the outward appearance, but God looks on the heart. The only reason man looks on the outward appearance, because that's all man can see. See, man can't look inside of your heart. All he can see is that those beautiful pair of pants you got on, with those bad shoes you got on, and that bad jacket you got on with that fur around the collar, and that beautiful tapered beard.
Come on, Bishop.
They see
You're trying
all
to
of
get
that,
me mad off again.
and glasses, but they look on your outward appearance. And the problem is, a lot of times they judge us by what they see.
That's true.
All right, but it is God that looks at a person's heart. Okay, and as Christians, we have to understand, that we cannot judge a person by what we see on the outside. You can't judge a book by its cover. The Bible said that you shall know a tree by the fruit that it bears. And so it's the fruit that determines who we are. It's not, because I got on a pair of, black shoes, and I got
With
on a
red
red
on
and
the
black
bottom.
jacket. Hey man, they're just black shoes, Bishop.
And then they got red on the bottom.
They got just black shoes, Bishop.
I see the red.
Just black shoes.
But they red.
They black shoes. Amen. But
They got red bottoms.
But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, that's what I like. Okay, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't party. I go to church, we go to the restaurant, we fellowship with the saints, and we like to shop.
But you got the same addiction I got.
Yeah, we like to shop. We like to
shopping.
shop. Okay, we like to shop. Okay, now shopping is not a sin.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Jesus didn't die to keep us from shopping. Okay, shopping is okay. Okay, and it's a pastime. It's something that we do with our leisure. Okay, that's good. Nothing's wrong with that. And if you can afford it, then that's fine. But we cannot go around judging people by what they have on without taking time to find out what's in their heart.
That's right.
And I think looking at this room, and this is amazing to get, you all don't understand, this is the creme de la creme of Detroit, of designers.
Yeah.
No, seriously, in the
Fashion.
church fashion,
Yeah.
they dress some great people in the kingdom. And to get you all to come together
Yeah.
and to come to someone else's business, it says a lot to y'all. So this is the way the church
Yeah.
Amen.
should look,
That's
supporting one another. And as we're doing the programs, you'll see different fashions. We did some, she got home court, advantage. But we're showing their pictures also because we want you to support them. And you'll see their names up because you got different styles. Sitting around this room is something for everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
You got the bling master over here.
And showing men how to wear bling.
He's showing men how to wear bling.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So as Christian designers, do you all cater your fashion to your own personal convictions? Like, hey, I'm not going to sell this because this is my personal conviction.
I do, because that's my brand. I can't have something out there representing me that if my thing is if I sell it to you, if I wouldn't wear it, then I don't need to be selling it to you.
Wow.
You feel the same way? You all feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel the same way, definitely.
Wow.
Because you show people who you are by what you
By what you
provide.
put on.
So there's a lot of.
So this is you. This is you.
This is me.
Yeah.
I
I'm
make-
saying the stuff you sell. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just my personality, because what I learned early on is you have to learn that
audience.
everything that I like, they may not like. You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
it's still,
but it's still within
your
those
parameters.
those
Yeah,
guidelines.
because it's a
Because
few
there's
things that I
graffiti.
sell that
You wouldn't wear.
I wouldn't wear it out in public, but I have to appeal to another audience
Now, I don't
too
appeal to
as well.
everybody.
Not everybody. No.
Because I can show
Not
you-
everybody.
I can show you
Not
how to go
everybody.
to the club, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to, because that's just not
Right,
me.
yeah,
And I think
right.
some of that comes from my upbringing,
Yeah.
but it has
Your own conviction.
it in my
Yeah.
own conviction.
Yeah.
But I can provide to you, like I can, because I take pictures and I show them. So this is how you can look. Oh, I never knew you could wear that.
Wear
with
it with
that.
like
Oh, you
that.
can put that with that too.
Which is awesome.
It's like they're learning. It's like a classroom of style.
And Bishop, I personally think that even though there might be a variety of styles and a variety of different brands and so forth and so on, but there has to be a difference between a Christian business owner and a world business owner.
Yeah.
And if we're Christians, then
gonna-
we have to represent them.
We're going to talk about that in the second show
Yeah.
too. Listen, thank you all so much. Of course, this is part one. We're going to come back and talk business. The Bible talks about occupying until it returns, and that means do business. We're going to find out about their businesses. We're going to send you to their businesses. We're going to talk about what they sell, and hopefully you'll support them. And we're going to talk about, do we support one another? I'm talking about the church.
Yeah.
We want you to support. The only way they can become the labels is that you have to support them. I want to thank God again for on and off the runway. Joyce, thank you for allowing us to be here. I told your husband I want to come here and do some other shows too. Thank you, Mr. Adele. Thank the Word Network, all of our crew. We're doing some cutting edge things. That's why we're the #1 African American, you hear me? Christian network. 90 million homes, 200 countries, right here on the Word Network. Again, thank all of them that are here, that came in. We'll part two. Matthew Beebe is going to close us out And you stay tuned because there's more programming like this. That's what your love gifts do. When you send in donations, when I'm doing my other show, you know, you got the suit on and all that, Bishop Greg Day, when I say send those love gifts in, this is what your money does. It causes us to be able to go and do kingdom beyond those mountains of entertainment and fashion and all that. So thank you so much for your love gifts. Matthew BB, take us away.
Your power and authority, Lord, you reign. Lord, you reign. Let your kingdom be established. Lord, you reign. Lord, you reign. With your power and authority, Lord, you reign. Lord, you reign. Let your kingdom be established. Lord, you reign. Lord, you reign. Holy One, mighty God, we are ready for your move. Here we are, not afraid. We are ready. We are ready. You reign. You reign. Holy Father, open up heaven. You reign. You reign. Come invade us, a holy encounter with your power and authority. Lord, you reign. Lord, you reign. Let your kingdom be established. Lord, you reign. Lord, you reign. Holy One, mighty God, we are ready for your move. Here we are, not afraid. We are ready. We are ready. You reign. You reign. Holy Father, open up heaven. You reign. You reign. Come invade us, a holy